Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Before we get into the topic, let me do a brief introduction. I am L to the W. I'm a disabled veteran. I'm an avid car enthusiast and I'm a YouTube vlogger, and occasionally days like this I do how-to videos. A little background before we get into detail. I first initially went into the military. I wanted to be a cop, so I went in for military police. I got out, acquired a job at a dealer, so I've detailed a lot of cars in my time. After I finished up school and stuff like that, I kind of started doing this on my own. So I do have a lot of experience detailing cars. I've done planes, I've done boats, I've done everything from a 737, the Hurricane Hunters. I've done exotics, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, I mean everything. So got a little bit of experience. So today I want to talk about claying a car. So today I'm going to detail my wife's brand new 2019 Buick Envision. We bought it in December, and although I know now it's like June. So you might ask, why do you want to do a new car? Well, the cars are shipped. Either they're put on a train and they're shipped, or they're put on a boat, something like that, and during that time stuff falls onto the vehicles. So we want to go ahead and prep the surface, make it as good as possible. Even if you're daily drivers, after a year or two of just being outside and the elements that like that, you're probably going to want to take some time in between your waxes and go ahead and clay it. So like I said, I did it for myself, and I kind of had to learn a way to control my costs. So one way was to not use the entirety of these bars of clay. This one's well used. This more resembles what they would look like brand new. So when I was doing them, I didn't need something the size of my hand. If you don't know, I'm 6'1". My hands are fairly large, so this is a pretty good sized brick of clay. And I know you can buy them in the stores, and I think they're a lot smaller, maybe about that size, but you're not going to need anything more than a smidgen of it. So what I would do is I'd always use like a clean razor blade, or you can just wiggle it, it's clay, and break it, or if you have big scissors. And that's just the way it's going to help save money. And then when you're done with it too, keep it in a Ziploc bag or something to keep it from drying out. And then what you're also going to want is, I always call these things bug sponges. They kind of look like, if you ever stopped at a gas station, the backside of a squeegee. Used to clean the bugs off your windshield. I don't know, here in Florida we have these nasty little bugs called love bugs. And these are almost a necessity during that time of year to get those dang things off the front of your car. So that being said, okay, so I got the experience, and I'm trying to show you how to save a little bit of money and show you the tools. The very first thing you're going to want to do now is go ahead and wash the car. I wouldn't be too concerned about drying it unless your car's prone to water spot damage. You're going to know your car better than me, but like this car especially, it's white. I'm just going to go ahead and wash it and get it ready for the clay. Okay, so now our car's washed, I want to talk about why it benefits you to cut the clay down and make it something smaller. They made the clay in a bar like that so it's easy to hold, so you can rub it. What they want you to do is use something like this quick detailer. They want you to wash the car dry, use the quick detailer, spray it down, and use this as your lubricant. As you know, this stuff is expensive. Not saying it's not good for shining your car, but it is expensive. That's why I title this the best way to clay your car. The second thing is with the sponge. You use the sponge here and it helps hold the clay. These little pits and stuff in there will help clay. Now, instead of using the quick detailer for lubricant, what we're going to do is when we get done washing the car, we're going to dump that bucket out, rinse it out really well, and we're going to add some fresh soap. So now our car wash is now the lubricant. And another benefit to cutting your clay down, and I can't stress this enough, if this hits the ground in any way, shape, or form, especially in dirt, throw it away. This stuff is kind of like, if you were younger, like my age, you remember silly putty, you remember that stuff? That's kind of what this stuff is. That's why they call it clay. It's very mushy, it's firm, but it's very mushy. If you drop this on the ground, it will pick up whatever it touches, any type of rocks or dirt, and then in effect you will be sandpapering your car. So if you cut your clay into pieces and you do happen to hit the ground with it, you have some in reserve. Okay, so everything I'm trying to teach you is through professional detailing, running a business, saving money, and still this here will be effective. I very purposely over here didn't clean some bugs off very well. I'm going to show you how good this clay is, because I can't exactly show you some of the fallout on the car. It's so small. Matter of fact, I think I forgot to mention, what I want you to do is when you get done washing this, put some soapy water on the car and just gently feel, and you'll feel little bumps in the paint that you can't really see. But let's go over here and I'm going to show you a couple of these bug marks. Hopefully you can see it. This is white. It's not the best stuff, but watch, just a real quick with the clay, and look at that. It's done. I'm going to try to get the mic here really close and see if you can hear the grittiness of this. Hear it? You can hear that in the paint. Now what you want to do too is after you've been doing this for a while, flip your clay over and see how it kind of gets quieter. And now to show you how easy this process is, I'm going to have my wife do a section of the hood for you to show you. This is a very simple, easy process to do. So now my wife has the sponge and the clay bar, and I'm going to let her do a small section of the hood to show you how easy this is.
What I'm doing?
Cleaning the car.
Ah.
Is that very hard to move at all?
No.
Just like washing a car?
Yes.
There you go. No excuse not to do it. It's very easy to do, and the results are absolutely spectacular when you're done.
Yes, you can feel the difference. I didn't know that. I thought you just washed the car. But then if you feel it here and here, it's very smooth.
Yeah, definitely a difference when you clay the car.
Thank you, honey.
So to wrap up, I just want to touch on a couple of things. Before, when I washed the car, it was still wet. Now it's been a while, so before I start anything, I just want to get it a little bit wet to make sure it helps glide. Also too, when you do this, especially on your flat surfaces, just go back and forth nice and straight. You don't want to sit there and do like this in circles. That kind of goes true when you wash your car too. It'll help from you getting those like spider web type scratches in the car. If you keep it straight, they won't show that much. And then also, like here on the door, anything past like this crease in the door that's not bent at all, usually here on the sides of the car, really don't get any type of, like I said earlier, like fallout or anything sticking to it. And you can always tell, just get some soap on your hand and rub right here. And if you don't feel anything, you're not going to need to clay, because the clay is removing these little pits and bumps and things like that. Now if you could see like little bits and pieces of paint or some grease or something in here, you can do it, but generally you're probably going to feel it. So like I said, to save you some time, generally the side surfaces of the vehicle don't get touched. Now here, like the front fender is very tapered in that, so this part, yeah, usually does tend to get a bit, not as much as the flat surfaces like the roof, the hood, and this was a car like the trunk are your key areas. Like I said, just save you a little time. You can feel right here like this. I don't feel anything at all. There's gonna be no need to clay anything past this part. You can actually clay the black surfaces too. It usually helps give them a little bit of a shine and stuff like that too. And you can do like headlights and taillights very, very lightly and carefully. Just realized I forgot something real quick. When you get done claying your sections, go ahead and rinse the car off, get the soap, and then you want to dry it, and she should be good as new. That's why I said earlier, when you wash the car, don't have to worry about drying it, because the clay is going to erase everything. And then two, you want to go ahead and give the car a wax, because once you do this, you strip everything off. You can tell this car is wet right now, and there's absolutely no beading going on whatsoever. So, and I will have a video on the proper techniques of waxing a car too, which I will link at the very end. Look for the cards to pop up. So now we can end. Alright, so hopefully you learned a thing or two. You enjoyed seeing my beautiful wife work on the car a little bit. If you have learned anything at all, please do me a favor, go ahead and give a thumbs up. Man, it means a lot to me. It shows YouTube that the video is good. Leave a comment down below too. I try to respond to everything that's posted. And even if you've done this before, maybe you picked up a few pointers. So hopefully this helped you out, helped you get your ride looking at its best. And it would mean a lot too if you would subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I do daily vlogs right now, and I share everything about cars, man. I spin this thing around. I got a 2015 Chevy SS there. I got a 2017 Camaro SS in the garage. That's Pro Charge and stuff like that. I have a Grand Am. I got several cars. I got way too many for one man. But anyhow, hopefully, like I said, you learned that. Hopefully, maybe my cars and stuff like that interest you in subscribing to the channel. And if you do, we will see you tomorrow for a new vlog, or if you want to binge watch all my old stuff. I've been doing this for a while. So thanks for watching, and again, hopefully this helps you make your ride look the best it can.